Here's the 2012 Ford Fusion. We're gonna work on getting the ABS module out today and getting this set up. I do have other focal points, so I'm not gonna. Main thing is to get the brakes built back up. As far as like driving and stuff, like I'm not gonna be able to do it because I need to repair this coolant issue. Not only did this line here rub on the belt and become damaged, but in the video this was spewing out right here at the hose, so I need to replace that. I have that on its way from O'Reilly's. So the main thing is to get the pressure built up, have some good firm brake pedal, and when I diagnosed it yesterday, this ABS module simply is just bleeding internally. I did go to get a used one from the junkyard. We have a pull it yourself place. I did test the brakes and these are very firm. There's a couple options. If you don't have a scan tool to be able to program the parameters, then you're going to likely have to take these bolts out, or these Torx bits, take those out, and then just swap it with the other one, because what happens, the block here is what leaks internally. That's usually what happens. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get it loose and out, because I got to extract the VIN off of this one, and then it'll prompt me to put the new one in, and then it'll acclimate it to all the other modules. So let me get the unit out, and before I completely disconnect it, extract the VIN so we can put the used one in there and donate the VIN to that one so we don't have any issue. First off, some of the bolt patterns are different. Like the one in the junkyard had like 8mm fasteners. This one was obviously tampered with at some point, so there's like 10s and 8s. So I'm gonna use what I need, but for the most part I'm just gonna need if it was OEM, nothing was and everything was untouched, I'm gonna need an 8mm, a 17 to get this bolt out here, a 15 and 13. That's all I'm gonna need. Let me get the camera set up and then I'm gonna start pulling this stuff off. loose. All I gotta do is pull these two tabs together and lift up on it. There's one on the opposite side right here, and just pull up and it'll disconnect it. And it sits on these rubber grommets, these insulators, and I'll just lift up on it. Some are probably gonna be a little tougher than others. I wonder if this came out before. Anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and get this program. I got a charger on. It ain't gonna take but a minute. Let's tuck the key in the on position. And, we're gonna go right on into programming. Programmable module installation. I'm going to go to ABS. Set ignition switch to 0. Probably should have brought the computer over here. Alright. During module programming, this module goes through a VIN identification. Basically, it's going to take all the VIN, that's the majority, and add this in there if I recall. So this process compares the VIN in the module with the VIN in other modules. You may see the VIN verification screen more than once depending upon your depending upon your response to the question. Okay, and I'm going to verify that the VIN is correct. Yep. 930 at the end, yeah. Okay. Install new module. Let me get this thrown in there. Alright, I got the new module installed. Turn this switch on. Okay. Alright, now I gotta switch back off. Okay. Set it back on. Alright, ABS anti-lock braking system module configured completely. Okay, alright, so that's it. That's all. Let's go to auto scan and see if there's any codes. Alt scan. And there is no codes in our ABS module, so everything's fine. Alright, let me get everything hooked back up. Then I'll go through the bleeding process and we'll check those brakes. All right, here's what's happening. Since I got everything installed, I'm gonna utilize a different bleeding method. Since this is a service port here, logically, if I just add vacuum with my vacuum pump, that'll be the vacuum source from the engine, the equivalent of it. So what I'm gonna do, turn this on, that'll be the noise in the background, and I'm gonna pump, and put my brake pedal holder tool in there, pin it between the seat or the steering wheel and the brake pedal, and that'll be my helper bleed this ABS unit. So let me do that. Oh gosh, I think I got some leaks here. Let me make sure everything is tight and buttoned up. This one was a little troublesome getting back in there, but it's in there. Let me do my thing and see if these brakes get built back up like normal. Got everything installed in reverse order. I've got my new radiator hose in there, the new upper hose. Also, they went to the radiator that was split. I got it tucked also away from the pulley. Shouldn't have any more issues. This is just residual water. I just poured on that after repair. The brakes are fine. There's no leaks at the brake module, so the ABS module is not leaking. I did have a little issue with one of the lines, the main lines. A lot of times if they start leaking, even if they're very tight, take some vice grips and just tighten them as much as you can. See if you can get like a 1/16 of another turn, and that'll definitely help with leaks. Let's look at the data. All right, just pulling codes. There's nothing here, so we're fine light wise. Sure Will asked me yesterday what he said he didn't know what an ABS module was, so I'm gonna briefly touch on that. The ABS module is an acronym. It stands for anti-lock braking system, and what that do is it kind of implies what it says, anti-locking. So it prevents the tires from locking up and skidding. So when you apply the brake and you floor it, and it determines the differences in rotational speed of each wheel speed sensor. So like right here, we got right rear, right front. That's the valve right there. And we're gonna have left, rear, right there. So we got those. These are speed sensors. These are the sensors that are at individual dedicated wheels. So when we start moving, let me see here, go back up. It starts to monitor the speed. When there's a difference in speed, well, that unit is intelligent enough to prevent one wheel that's locked up and not rotating from locking up. So if we're in motion, you have all the wheels moving, and when I happen to slam on the brake, well, if this left front wheel locks up and goes to zero, that unit is going to create this pulsation to get it back on track with all the other wheel speeds. So that'll prevent it from skidding, but it's going to allow you to stop effectively. And to sum it up, that's what the ABS unit do. It prevents you from stopping and skidding. So when you do stop, you cover more ground when you're skidding versus coming to all the wheels slowing down effectively. Well, that's pretty much it. But what I'm gonna do, I need to drive this car. I gotta prove to y'all that this is a legit fix. How do I work this thing? Info, is this it? Yep, there's the mileage. So we're at 202,136. Trip A is reset. So I'm gonna put about 10 miles on here, make sure everything's perfectly fine. Then I'll come back. Just got back, wound up going almost 12 miles. Take a look under the hood and check my work. Nothing leaking down here. So we're straight there. Coolant level's fine. And hey, you can check this right here. Yep, topped off with the brake fluid. That's fine. Then we're in good shape. Well, it was straightforward with the replacement. I'm just gonna get a customer call, let him know that he's taken care of. And I did my part. But you'll be surprised, like some of the cars you get with these, like I'm gonna call them foreign issues, and it just wound up being something like that. Because I can tell you brakes, or they don't give you data, and when you get those type of internal leaks with components, it could be a plethora of things. But the ABS unit is a very common problem with a lot of vehicles, especially when it sinks. So it'll work when you snap the brake, but if you let off for a couple seconds and then apply it, it'll just sink to the floor. That's just the ABS module, because anytime you have air in the lines, you're not going to get an intermittent pedal, especially something as a grand depreciation as the internal leak. Wheel bearings, when they fail, they give you a different symptom. Stuck guide pins give you a different symptom, but when you're stationary, this is the key thing, when you're stationary and it performs this way, as I'm describing, ABS module. But I have had I got screwed once before, and it wound up being a brake master cylinder. So that's why it's important to have that block off kit. But the problem with the block off kit is, depending on where that seal is, that with the piston, it may be the bore may be defective. So you can get fooled by having a bad master cylinder. Hey, if anything happened, I'll definitely update. Hit the link, subscribe to the channel, stay informed, how everything's gonna work. See you on the next one.